Well, I welcome you to Robin Hood Shaving Artisans. And I was looking through my supply of soaps and razors and blades, and I found a cream that was given to me probably about 20, maybe 15, 20 years ago, and I never opened it up until recently. And this happened to be the L-octane, I believe it is, Katie, if you can read that. And it comes in a tube. I've used it once before and I really like this. It comes in a tube like this. And I didn't know if it was any good or not. The first time I used it, I put too much water in it and it just didn't work out too well. So I wrote the manufacturer and I said, well, how long is this good for? He said, about 2 years. Well, I think 15 years won't belong the expiration date beyond it. So what I did is I used it a couple more times since then, and I really like it. It's still good. So it's on the upper end as far as cost, but it's well worth it for once in a while when you go out. All right, so this is what we're going to use today. And I'm going to put a little dab of it here, get the top off. I'm going to put it in my stainless steel bowl. And I'm going to put about that much in. I think you can see that. Okay. I got a little left over. So we'll put the top back on this and put away for next time. All right. Now, you know that when I usually show these videos, I wash my face ahead of time. And this is the Brute soap. I've shown that before. And I'll show you what the box looked like this here. It's really inexpensive soap, and it really smells good. It's nice and slippery, so if you use the soap, you almost don't need a pre-shave lotion, and I'm saying almost. All right, what I'm going to do today, and I'll keep using that phrase over and over, is I'm going to use a Gillette. I think it's a 1963, I can't read the date on it, SlimLine adjustable razor. What I did on this razor, I was looking for one on eBay, and I bought this. I think it was for like $70. It was pretty well used, but I looked at the barn doors here, and they were in pretty good shape. So what I did is I sent this off to. I did some research and I sent it off to Black Rhodes Gold, and I'll put a link below out west. I think it's Arizona or Nevada, and the gentleman out there took it all apart, sterilized it. I guess he put it in an acid bath or whatever they do to it, and replated it with nickel, repainted the numbers, and it came back looking almost better than new. I also bought one after that on eBay, and I think I paid like maybe $44 for it. That one I have not used yet. It's rhodium, made out of rhodium, and maybe one of these days I really don't want to use it because then I have to clean it. So one of these days I'll use that in a demonstration. Now, the important thing to remember that when you're using an adjustable razor like this, you want to open it and then you want to make the adjustment. You can see the number here. I have it set on 5 or just say 4. There you go. And the numbers click in really nicely. So I'm going to set it at 5. We're going to be a little bit more aggressive. The lower you go in the numbers, the milder the shave will be. So the blade, what blade are we going to use? Well, I'm going to try a new Astra Green, one of my favorite blades. I think 3rd or 4th on my list for being the best blade for my skin, at least. So I took it out and it's double wrapped in like a wax paper. You can see that. And there is no name on it for some reason. I don't know why, but that's the way it looks. I hope you can see that okay. And so I'm going to put that in my razor. Come on. These razors, when you think about it, are about 50 years old, and they're still very, how should I say, desirable razors. They're still good, even though they're this old. So if you can find one on eBay, make sure that there's no deep marks in it, because even if they plate it, those marks will show up. So you have to look at them carefully. But the new ones, I saw a new one in a plastic box, and I think it went, I bid I think $200 for it. I didn't want to pay more than that. And it sold for over $490. And I'm saying if I bought a razor like that, I sure wouldn't want to even use it. This one, by the time I got done, I think the plating on it was like 40, 50 bucks, something like that. And very reasonable, and they did a real nice job on it. All right. Moving on. I got my brush. And what I'm going to use today is the Omega. This is a boar brush, one of my more favorite brushes. More favorite? Yeah, it sounds good. And I have it soaking in hot water, have been for about a few minutes in here. I'll fill it up again with hot water. When I take the brush out, what I do, I put the hot water back in it. And then when I get through mixing this up, I'll just set this in here like this. And guess what? It keeps it nice and warm, so you got warm lather. So I'll just let this soak for a minute and tell you what else I'm going to use. To finish it up after I got done shaving, I'm going to use Thayer's Witch Hazel, the lemon variety. And I don't know why this is, I think the moisture got to it or something, the label, but it's Thayer's Witch Hazel lemon flavored. You don't drink it, but odor? Whatever, it's lemon, and it's an astringent. I like that. And then to follow it up, I'm going to use the Arco will be the last thing I put on. This is to put the moisture right back in the skin. And the aftershave I'm going to use today, this was brought from the Philippines for me, and it's called M7 Gentile. M7 Gentile. I didn't save the box for some reason, but you get the idea. I think you can look that up. It's see, just my sense in a circle in there. And it came in a spray bottle, which is okay. I've used it a couple times. It's a very mild smell to it, but it's very refreshing and very nice. So we'll finish up with that. So let's wash the face and begin this exercise. I have a growth here probably about 4 days. I look pretty grizzly. So let me wash up and we'll get to it. Oh, and some of you have made comments about my area here that I need to be repainted. Paint me, please. So I'm going to hang a sign on it. Paint me, so it reminds me. All right, I'm going to shake some of this water out of here. And let's see how this lathers up. Oh, it smells really, really good, even though it's 15 to 20 years old. It really, I probably could have shaken a little bit more water out of it, but that's all right. We'll work with it. Now, I do this also as well as going around in a circle to help get the lather in the bowl. I'm kind of new at this. I've only been shaving like this way for about 6 months. And some medical facts. I've never been able to figure out why you lose your hair when you get old. And where does it go? It grows, and men especially, it grows out of your ears and out of your nose. And I'm going, what the hell's with that? So instead of cutting your hair in the top of your head, you have to trim it out of your nose and your ears. And if you don't trim between the eyebrows, it's going to look like a windshield wiper going up and down every time you blink your eyes. So, okay, this is really nice. Oh, smell that. Isn't that nice? Look at the lather on that. Wow. So we'll put this on here. And I'm sure the lather's going to fly everywhere. I usually do a minimum of 3 passes. Get on with the story. So, I hope you're all having a good week. Okay, let's see here. A lot of nonsensical trivia. Okay. Oh, this smells really nice. And then I got it all over me too. So let's wash this off. The razor is in. I got it set at an aggressive 5, but I can turn that down. Let's see how this does. All right, here we go. I'm going to let the razor doing the work. Short strokes, only because my whiskers are really long. And feel this nice. This is really a great razor. I don't use it that much for some reason. be interesting to know your comments on this razor if you have one, and what you paid for it, or if you had it replated, would you have it done? I would like to get a Fat Boy too. Why, I don't know. I just like to have one. It's hard to tell if this is aggressive or not because of the whisker length. I can definitely feel the blade. All right. I'm done. No, I'm not done. I got a few spots to go yet. All right. You ever notice how we move our head like this instead of the razor up and down? Get over my scar that's about 30 years old. All right. This is usually where I cut and neck myself. Let's see, I don't know if you can see it, there's a slight overhang here. But it's not bad, not bad. This is the only place you really have to worry about overhang. And now, you see these wrinkles, I gotta pull them out of the way. They weren't there when I was younger, I don't know how they got there. Same thing here. You can stretch the skin. All right. That soap is very slippery. And for my own use, when I first started to shave, I used to grade between 1 and 10 or 1 and 5. 1 and 5, I think it was. How I like the blade or the razor or the soap or the cream, etc. And this soap, or that cream, I think I gave it a 5 out of 5, which is pretty good. All right, let's wash it again. Get ready for the second pass. It's still pretty slippery. Use my bar soap again. Make it more slippery. All right. All right. Just put a little bit more. This is really, look at it, how it's holding it. I don't really need the mix anymore. Oh, it smells good. Of course, if I had it off my nose. The first application of soap or cream, I like to have a little heavier and a little watery the next couple or 2 or 3 passes. And it's just a personal preference. Now, the other day I did a shave with the top of the head up there. And I used this particular open comb razor, which worked out really well. And a lot of people I know use cartridge razor. So what I did is I went to the store, I think it was Target, and I bought some Gillette gel in a can. And yes, I'm a trader. So, and I have my old cartridge razor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shave my head tonight and do a video and show you the difference that I felt. For the top of the head, so that you can get a good idea how the open comb razor performs compared to the cartridge razor, and using those gel in the cans. Problem is, I don't know what I'm going to do with the gel after I finish with it. Probably throw it away. I might do one other shave on the face. Do one of those on the half. I'm going to do the gel with the cartridge. This half I'm going to do with a double-edged razor. So far it's been very smooth. Good. All right. I have to get around the wrinkles here, all of them that I earned. When you get under the nose, you want to take your time. Easy to nick yourself. So I take very small strokes. All right, last pass. Last pass. I think there's a password program that you can put on your computer called LastPass. See, we're just kind of all full of nonsensical trivia here. Okay, this is going to whip this up. There's a lot of soap, cream on this soap yet. Wow. Enough on this boar brush. Usually I'll use a synthetic brush or a badger brush with creams, but with the hard soaps I like to use a boar brush. And it really doesn't make any difference. Again, it's all a matter of preference. All right. Oh, this feels so good. I just want to go get coffee and wear my cream. It smells so good. All right. Usually I don't nick myself in the first couple of passes. It's the last one and the one after that. But let's see how it goes. Again, wash my hands. Wash the razor off in the hot water. And now we're going to go up instead of sideways. I have one area here that I have to go in different directions. And I don't have it over there, just right here. Then I got an area in here that I have to go over a couple times. Your face would probably most likely, is that correct? Most likely have a different pattern. Individual to you. This Astra blade with the Sagnon 5 on the Gillette SlimLine razor is really a nice combination. I like trying different razors and different blades and definitely different shampoos. Not that, I probably have enough now for the rest of my life. Uh-oh, little nick right there. But that's not the issue. It's just, I like to experiment. All right. That's good. One more pass. I think should do it. Still a lot of soap on this. Sometimes I do 6 passes, depending on how I feel, just how close I want to get the shave. This brush is an Omega brush, which I really like. All right, I should do it. Now, I usually take my fingers and I go over my skin and I can see where I need to go over it again. Again, I'm not really pressing on the razor. I'm letting the razor weight do the job. I'm just holding it. Let the blade do the job. Okay. Did you see that? Happens. I don't care how good you are, how long you've been shaving, you will nick yourself. Okay. Boy, does this take any years off my face? I don't think so. But at least I'm clean shaven. My sideburns. Because I was losing my hair anyway. The funny story was, for years, I never had a mirror behind me. I had a different house. I lived out in the country. I had a Lindell cedar home. And all the tile in my bathroom. And I used to say, oh my God, it's cold back here where my head is at. And then one day I took a mirror and I looked, I said, holy crap, I'm bald. A big bald center. So after my sister shaved my head, she said, since you look better with no hair, I started shaving my hair, and I've done it ever since. All right, we got the witch hazel on. It kind of stopped it. I'm going to grab a tissue here. We'll stop it since I didn't take my... That's good. All right. We got the witch hazel on, and now I'm going to put Just My Sense. A little spray of that. I call it foo-foo water. This came from the Philippines. Oh, smell that. Oh, that's a killer. Oh man. I heard a program the other day on television. Some of these companies don't want you to use this if you're working there because they say it overstimulates the employees. Go figure. What else are they going to pick on? All right. Next, we're going to do the Arco. I work for myself, so I really don't give a damn. Okay. Now I'm going to put a little bit on here. Put the moisture back in. The top of the head I'm doing tonight. Oh yeah. Pretty good. I'll buy that. All right. Let's recap a minute. What I used was the, I think they call Cadet, is it French? Shaving cream. I used the Astra green razor blade, one of my favorites. And it is wrapped in its own paper. For the razor I used the Gillette SlimLine adjustable, which I had replated by Back Roads Gold. I used to say Black Roads Gold, but it's Back, B-A-C-K. I don't know why I kept saying that. The brush I used is the, let me wash it off so you can read it. The Omega brush, one of my more favorite brushes. This is the boar brush. The Thayer soap. No, it's Thayer's, come on. Lemon astringent witch hazel. There we go. And I use the Just My Sense aftershave lotion or cologne with the Arco balm, which is one of my more favorite ones. And I wash my face initially with the Brute soap, which looks like this when it comes out, and it lasts forever. Oh, really a killer smell. And that's it. So I hope you have a great shave, and tell me below what you guys are using, and if you want me to do any reviews on any of these products, let me know. I'll be more than happy to try it out. I really want you to have a great week, and I have had so far. I've got one more shave I'm going to do tonight. So have a great week. Thanks for stopping in, and leave your comments or subscribe below if you want to see more videos. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye-bye.